Eric Matthews here, one of the in-house FileMaker developers at San Jose State University. One of the most common tasks I've seen in student administration is people making lists and looking up lists of students and other entities. I'm going to show some scripts I developed years ago to help make lists and find lists of things, including a whole menu of features I added recently. Suppose somebody sent you a list of things to look up. I've seen people do this. Copy each item to find one at a time and find them. So, here's a list of major or plan codes I want to look up. First, I copy or Control-C from a file or email. Second, enter find mode or Control-F in FileMaker. 3, enter the field you want to find and paste or Control-V. 4, then perform the find. 5th, now I can browse the records I've found and do what I need to do with them. 6, then I have to repeat all those steps for each item in my list. There are only 14 plan codes in this list, but I'm already finding this tedious. However, I've seen people using this very same method when they have dozens of student IDs to find. If you want all those items you're looking for in one big list, you can go to the Request menu and select Extend Found Set each time instead of simply performing the find. But that doesn't save very many steps. In FileMaker Find mode, there's a way to look up a whole list of items all at the same time. 1, copy or keyboard shortcut Control-C from a file or email. 2, enter find mode or Control-F in FileMaker. 3, enter the field you want to find and paste or Control-V. 4, then instead of performing the find, make a new request. 5, I still have to paste each item into that field. 6, and keep making new requests for each item I want to find. 7, when I perform the find, I will find all those items I'm looking for all at once. That's a little better, but still tedious. In fact, it made me so sad watching people paste each item one at a time, I had to develop something else to help. In 2 of our FileMaker applications, Next Steps and Next Steps to SQL, there is a script called Search Current Field for List. Some people use it so often, I made it the very first script on the menu, and the keyboard shortcut is Control-1. First, note that I'm showing all 85,000 records in this table currently. Now, to use this script properly, you first have to enter into the field you want to search. I'm going to enter the SJSU ID field because I want to find several applicants from a list. Then run the Search Current Field for List script. In the dialog window that opens, I can paste a whole list of items to find hundreds or even thousands of ID numbers. If you haven't already put something in the list field and you have text in your clipboard, this script will automatically populate with whatever is in your clipboard like it did here. Notice when I hover over the magnifying glass, it tells me I'm searching for 282 values. Notice also the text above the list. It tells me that it is going to search the EMPL ID field, same as the SJSU ID, in the DBO applicant table on this layout called DBO applicant for the values listed below. When I press the magnifying glass, it creates 282 find requests for all 282 values in that list and then proceeds to find them. Now, there are 282 records in my found set. There could have been more if some IDs appear more than once in the table, or less if not all the IDs were in this table. How does it do that? The script is just doing what you can do manually. It just makes a bunch of requests for each item in your list using the field you are in. Just about any steps you can take in FileMaker can be scripted. Now, someone might ask, how can I get a list in the first place? In FileMaker, most of our users can export any fields they want from any tables using any found set they are looking at. To make a list of IDs, we could go to the File menu, select Export Records, pick one or more fields to export, and FileMaker will create a list create a file with the list we want. But we can get a simple list much quicker than that with another script I created called List Current Field Across Found Set. Suppose I have a layout that shows me academic plans I want to find among applicants on another layout. Again, to use this other script properly, you first have to enter into the field you want to list. Notice I'm showing all 14 records in this table. Then I run the List Current Field Across Found Set script. Control-2 were currently available. That same Find from List dialog window will open, but this time it will be populated with a list of every value that's in the field. I can copy that list out and paste it somewhere else. Another alternative, I can close that window or leave it open, navigate to another layout. Remember those 282 applicants I found earlier? I can get ready to find applicants that have any of those 14 academic plans I listed by first entering the plan field on this layout. Then run the Search Current Field for List script. And look, the 14 academic plans I listed a moment ago are still there. But instead of finding all these 14 academic plans, wherever they might appear among all 85,000 records in this table, what I really want to do is find these 14 academic plans among only the 282 applicants in my current found set. And that's the latest functionality I added to this feature. You see this menu that says Find? You can now change how this script finds records and even make changes to the list. I'll describe all the choices in that menu later, but first, to find these 14 academic plans among only the 282 applicants in my current found set, I want to select Constrain. So there, among those 282 applicants, it found 199 applicants that have one of those 14 academic plans. But wait. When we search a text field in FileMaker, by default it finds anything that begins with the criteria we specify. And some of those academic plans might have variations with extra suffixes at the end. However, I didn't want applicants in plans that merely started with the text I listed. I only wanted applicants with plans that exactly match the ones I listed. Well, to get an exact match of the entire field and not just whatever starts with, I can check this exact box here. Perform the find. Good thing I checked that exact box. It eliminated one applicant whose plan did not exactly match. So, what do all those other choices do in the Find from List menu? You already saw the default Find. It simply finds everything in your list. And I already showed how Constrained Found Set finds what you're looking for only among the records in your current found set. Extend Found Set will try to find everything from your list and add it to your current found set. Omit from Found Set will take everything in your list out of your current found set. Every choice from there up uses the list to change your current found set. Every choice below that line changes your list. For instance, you can sort this list. A unique list will remove all duplicates from the list. To visualize what the rest of these menu items do, pay attention to the simple examples in the tables I'll be putting up at the top. The left column represents values in a found set of records, the middle column represents values in the list, and the right column represents what will appear in the list after you press the magnifying glass. So, append found set to list will use the found set to add all the values in the selected field to the list you already have. Remove found set from list will use the found set to remove all the values in the selected field from the list. Absent from list in found set will use the found set to replace the list with all the values in the selected field not found into the list. Shared between list and found set will list everything common between the list and all the values in the selected field. Not in both list and found set will do just the opposite, listing everything not common or not in common between the list and all the values in the selected field. And then finally, compare list to found set will summarize where all your values are, whether only in the list, only in the found set, or if they are in both your list and your found set. These summaries are ordered from shortest to longest, assuming you'd prefer to see the outliers first. So, if you have a list of something you want to find or compare, give these a try. Right now, this feature is only available in NeXTSTEPS and NeXTSTEPS to SQL, but you can request a FileMaker developer to add this functionality to any FileMaker application.